Even though schools are closed, education is not. You are still learning and growing every day, and we want to help. The Tennessee Department of Education is thrilled to be able to offer a number of opportunities for learning at home. And we are so grateful for the partnership with PBS to bring you these lessons on television and online. I'm so deeply grateful for the outstanding teachers across the state who have developed these lessons especially for you. Tune in, keep growing, keep learning. You're doing a great job. Talk to you soon.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Tennessee's at-home learning series for literacy. Today's lesson is for all our first graders out there, though all children are welcome to tune in and enjoy today's story. This lesson is the second in our series. My name is Miss Clark, and I'm a first grade teacher in Tennessee schools. And I'm so excited to be your teacher today for this lesson. Welcome to my virtual classroom. Today, we're going to be reading another one of Aesop's fables called The Maid and the Milk Pail. As we read, we're going to be listening to determine the moral of the story, the lesson that the characters learn. Now, by the end of the lesson today, boys and girls, you are going to be able to retell the fable and write the ending yourself. So I can't wait. And let's go ahead and get started. And you guys are going to need just a few things before you can participate fully. You're going to need a blank surface to write on and 2 pieces of blank paper and a pencil. Now, if you didn't see our previous lessons, you can find them on the Tennessee Department of Education website. But you can still tune in today if you haven't got to see any of our others. But it might be more fun to go back and watch the previous one so that we can build on our learning and talk about what we've previously read. Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we start our story, you're going to be hearing some very important vocabulary words. And these words are going to help us to better understand our fable. The first word is the word balanced. All right, everybody say that with me on the count of 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Balanced. Great job, boys and girls. This word is an adjective. And balanced means to be fixed in place and it's not likely to fall. So boys and girls, I want you to be really listening carefully for the word balance today as I read you the story. And when you hear it, I'm going to give you a signal that all of you boys and girls are going to do at home. And you're going to pretend to be balanced and walk on a tightrope when you hear that word. That'll be pretty fun because we know people that are walking on a tightrope definitely have to be balanced, don't they? And the next word I want you to listen for is the word jealous. All right, everybody whisper that word into your hand and then you can all shout it out at me together. 1, 2, 3. Jealous. Great job, boys and girls. Now, jealous means wanting what another person has. We might use the word jealous in a sentence like this. Timothy was jealous of Carla's new puppy. So he was wanting what she had. And you might have a connection with that word. You might have been jealous about something before. Most of us have. So when you hear the word jealous, boys and girls, I want you to give me your most upset and grumpy face. So you're jealous. You're wanting what somebody else has. And we are also going to hear this word, boys and girls, milkmaid. That will be a very important word for today's story. So everybody say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Milkmaid. Great. Now, milkmaid is a noun. And a milkmaid is a girl or a woman who milks cows. Now, when you hear the word milkmaid, boys and girls, I want you to give me your loudest moo. Your parents will be wondering what in the world is happening when they hear that in the living room. So a milkmaid, we know, is someone who takes milk from cow. That's her job, to milk her cows. And the last word that we're going to hear today, and I want you to be listening for, is the word plumpest. The word plumpest. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Plumpest. Now this word is an adjective. It's a describing word. And plump means the chubbiest and the most round. So if you would want to use the word plumpest in a sentence, it might go like this. I pulled the plumpest peach from the tree. So plumpest, when you hear that word, I want you to hold that plump peach in your hand and show me what plumpest looks like. Great job. Now, boys and girls, I cannot wait to share some more stories with you, and we're going to continue learning about fables today. We're going to be reading The Maid in the Milk Pail, and as I read today, I want you to listen for what happens at the end of the story. You're going to be writing about this later. Now, we last read the fable, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Right, boys and girls? Remember, the fables were the short stories. That's right. And they intended to teach us great job, a lesson. They had a moral, didn't they? Does anyone remember the moral of the story yesterday? You tuned in with us? That's right. It was, if you often lie, people won't believe you. And that got our main character, the shepherd boy, in a lot of trouble in that story, didn't it? They didn't believe him because he did not always tell the truth. Now today we're going to read another one of Aesop's fables. And this fable is about a milkmaid, a girl who milks cows. Now the milkmaid's job is an important one because cows need to be milked every day. So I want you to look at the picture of the milkmaid. What is happening in this picture, boys and girls? She has spilled all her milk. Now look at her face. How is she feeling? She looks like she is surprised or upset that she has just spilled all her milk. Now, I want you to take some think time, and I want you to think about what has happened that's made her spill all her milk. What do you predict has made this poor milkmaid spill all her milk? I want you to go ahead and turn to the people you're watching with today and share out with them. Great job. You guys have some wonderful answers, so let's listen and find out if you're right. Peggy the milkmaid was going to the market. That's right, there's the word milkmaid. I bet I have some cows all over the living rooms. Then she planned to sell her fresh, sweet milk in her pail that she had learned to carry balanced on her head. There's our word balanced. So she knew how to balance a whole pail of milk on her head, boys and girls, without even spilling it or tipping it over as she walked. As she went along, she began thinking about what she would do with all that money she was going to get for her milk. Well, I'll buy the plumpest. Great job. Or maybe even the best, chicken that Farmer Brown has," she said. "And they will lay me eggs each morning. And when those eggs hatch, I'll have more chickens. Then I will sell some of the chickens and some of the eggs. And then I will have enough money to buy the blue dress that I've always wanted. And even enough for a blue ribbon to match." What is Peggy planning to do with the milk? Great job. She's wanting to sell it to buy a plump chicken. Can make some eggs, right? Now, what does she think the chickens will do? She thinks they're going to give her all these eggs, right, that she can sell. Now, what do you think she's thinking about these eggs and these chickens? Do you think it's going to give her enough money to buy the blue dress and the blue ribbon that she wanted? I bet so. We'll find out. "Oh, I'll look so lovely that all the boys will want to dance with me at the fair, and all the girls will be jealous." There's our word, jealous. So she has a plan here, huh? She definitely thinks she's going to get that blue dress and blue ribbon. "But I don't care. I'll just toss my head at them like this." Uh-oh. What do you think happens when she tosses her hair back, boys and girls? Uh-oh. Let's see. She tossed back her head. The pail flew off, and the milk spilled all over the road. Uh-oh. How do you think Peggy is feeling now? I agree. She's probably feeling sad that she lost all her milk. She's probably feeling angry too, right? She really wanted what? That's right, the blue dress and the blue ribbon. She's not going to be able to sell it for money anymore, is she? So Peggy had to return home and tell her mother what had happened. "Ah, my child," said her mother, "don't count your chickens before they're hatched." What is she meaning by this, boys and girls? What is her mother talking about? That's right. We can infer by what her mother is saying that they just helped us identify the moral or the lesson of the story. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. What do you think she means by that? Yeah, don't count on everything working out exactly as you plan, because you may be disappointed, right? Just like Peggy. That was a super fun story, boys and girls. Now let's review some things that we heard in today's story. Who were our characters in our story today? Everybody go ahead and whisper them into your hand on the count of 3. I want you to share out all together. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. The Milkmaid. Yes, she was our main character, our most important character in the story. Who else? That's right, her mother was also a character. Now, boys and girls, I want you to think back to the very beginning of the story. What happened in the beginning? Listen as I reread part of the story. Peggy the milkmaid was going to the market. There she planned to sell the fresh, sweet milk in the pail that she had learned to carry balanced on her head. What happened in the beginning? Yeah, She was taking her milk to the market, wasn't she? Just as she planned. And what did she want to do with the milk, boys and girls? That's right, she wanted to buy chickens with it. And we know that she had a special plan after she had bought those chickens, right? That's right, great. She was going to sell them and their eggs for money. So she could buy what? Awesome, the blue dress and the blue ribbon to match. Now, let's think about the middle of the story. What happened in the middle? Is there a problem in the middle of the story? Good readers always think about each part of the story and the most important events in each part of the story. Listen as I reread this part. Oh, I'll look so lovely that all the boys will want to dance with me at the fair, and all the girls will be jealous. But I don't care, I'll just toss my head at them like this. She tossed her head back. The pail flew off, and the milk spilled all over the road. What happened here, boys and girls? That's right, in the middle of the story, she ended up spilling all her milk. So let's write that in a complete sentence. So do you guys remember from our last lesson what I always need in the beginning of a complete sentence? Great job, boys and girls. I always need to start with a capital letter, don't I? So I'm writing with a capital letter to start my sentence. And what about in between my words? What do I always want to make sure I have in between my words in a sentence? My finger spaces. Those are very important elements of a complete sentence. That way my reader can understand my writing and we can share our writing. So in the middle of the story, I'm retelling the middle of the story, the most important element of the middle of the story. In the middle of the story, what happened, boys and girls? That's right, Peggy spilled her milk. Now, I want you guys to look at my sentence, and I want you to think about if you agree with me if my sentence is correct. Okay, so I always know I have to add a capital letter in the beginning. Got that? And then I made sure that I put nice finger spaces between my words so that my reader can understand my writing. So let's read it together. In the middle of the story, Peggy spilled her milk. Now look at the end of my sentence, boys and girls. Do we remember what always has to come at the end of a sentence? Excellent. Punctuation, correct. Now, Now, do you think that every sentence has to end with a period? That's right, it doesn't. And I'm thinking that my voice is getting excited, and this is a very exciting part of my story, and I'm reading it with expression, so I think I might need a different type of punctuation mark. And now I think we have a complete sentence, so let's see if you agree. In the middle of the story, Peggy spilled her milk. Yes, I have an exclamatory sentence, boys and girls. This is an exciting part of the story that I need to read with expression, so I need an exclamation mark, right? Wonderful job. And I even capitalized her name because Peggy is her name. It's a proper noun. Just like your name is always capitalized, we want to capitalize Peggy's name as well. Great job with that, boys and girls. Now, you guys have done such a great job that I think it's time for you guys to try on your own. Now, I want you to think back to the story. Now, Peggy's deciding to take her milk to the market, right? She accidentally spills it on the road. I want you to listen as I reread the end of the story. So Peggy had to return home and tell her mother what had happened. "Ah, my child," said her mother, "don't count your chickens before they're hatched." That's right, boys and girls. She helped us infer the moral or the lesson in this story. Don't count on having everything turn out exactly as you planned, because you may be disappointed. Awesome, boys and girls. Now your task today is to write what happened at the end of the story. So go ahead and grab your pencil and your piece of paper and write your answer in a complete sentence for me, just like I modeled for you, making sure you're using all of those elements of a complete sentence that we've been learning about. And you can even draw a picture at the end if you would like to add some more details. You guys did a wonderful job today, and you guys helped me identify the vocabulary in the story, and you guys did a wonderful job remembering what we needed in complete sentences as we were retelling the story. I'm so proud of all of you, and you have done a wonderful job. Thank you for inviting me into your home, and I look forward to seeing you next time in our next lesson in Tennessee's at-home learning series. Have a wonderful day, boys and girls.
Hello, I'm Maria Lee, First Lady of Tennessee, and I'm so glad you're here. This has been an unprecedented time for our state and our country. I'm so proud to see how Tennesseans are coming together to serve and lift each other up in the midst of challenges. Each of us has a role to play, including you, our students. Right now, your school buildings may be closed, but there are many opportunities to keep learning. And we are so grateful for the partnership of PBS in bringing this program directly to you as one more way to keep us learning and growing together during this time. I want to also give a special thank you to all of the teachers who helped make this possible. We could not do it without them. Most of all, thank you for joining us.
Today we are competing at the Tennessee State Junior Chef Contest. Well, my mom's cooking is actually the best. We typically always complained about our cooking and it was pretty bad. So I figured that I would get into culinary and cooking.
Want and hope to have my own restaurant in the future.
If you want to try something new, you can try it.
Pollo chili loco, barbecue chicken pizza, savory pork over autumn roasted vegetables.
I am the chef for Metro Nashville Public Schools. Primarily, I'm looking to see if it's feasible to execute this recipe in schools.
Has 5 minutes left.
And this is actually taking them out of their local county. For a lot of them, the very first time they've ever been to Nashville.
I know there's like a lot of math in culinary. I'm actually taking extra math classes.
30 seconds left.
Honestly, it really helps you make friends, and you've got to learn to be able to talk, to communicate, use teamwork.
Just about good right here?
Yeah.
This being the second time making it, we did great, guys.
It's really good. We have to make it look good. You know, of course, we hope it is good.
This year's competition winner and the recipient of $48,000 in scholarship money is DeKalb County High School.
I'm so happy. It's one of the best feelings in the world. It honestly is. I'm already going to Sullivan, and this just helps tremendously.
At Governor's Early Literacy Foundation, our mission is to strengthen early literacy in Tennessee as a thought leader, peer advisor, and catalyst. Through our book gifting program, we partner with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library to provide every child in Tennessee, from birth to age 5, with a book each month at no cost, delivered right to their mailbox. Our Storybook Trail program is a partnership with state and local parks to create an enriching outdoor reading experience for families. Our Caregiver Engagement program provides resources for parents and caregivers to help children develop early literacy skills through reading and learning together. Our book buses are mobile libraries that travel during the summer, bringing literacy-rich resources directly to children and families. And our kindergarten to 3rd grade summer reading program provides quality books to students during the summer months to prevent reading loss. Through these programs, we're building a foundation of literacy to support a child from cradle to career. And it's all possible thanks to support from a large team of volunteers, contributions from our statewide donors and partners, and the state of Tennessee's continued commitment to the success of future generations through early literacy initiatives. We invite you to be a part of our story too. Together we can strengthen early literacy across our state and help our kids become lifelong learners.